Norway na omu kɔ so omu kɔ akosi akan a omdu Oslo no omu yina no kra na obi ani hɔ kura obi apɛ ne baby afa ene ho nkɔ ne ba so Michael mama me some of the releaser ababa no bi na fe memfa Ghana form kakra na nkɔmɔ wɔ kyira na yetumi edi a serious matter obi ati krom ha yeyina yenim the visa racketeering na eto yen when it comes to Australia Commonwealth Games so ene ehun nsɛmsɛm whereby mpanimfo ye yu omo se omo hwe ama nkrofo nkonkosi aka na yekodu ho no na obi okra ye issue visa ama no yama na konya se onko Australia se oye swimmer ye de na ka se team Ghana na ekɔ no wono ohye swimming a okodu ho no yesi nso na da wonware a oso oni madware ene ebisa se na ede na wudin be piem swimming a che se Ghana mpanimfo a ye di omo atoto to nyoma no na se mo be ki sure se sebi mpreduesa eba na kwantuo ne ho nyoma ne event ne competitions ahodo a ye be due diligence na omo mbekɔ no kire bi omo block the opportunity for others a okire bi omenye opportunity so mo tu kwan no enam na okase omo ba ko omo mpega na anim ahwekora especially journalists for ena omo maka no Australia enam sebi a yetwa to ho nti ene Australia oman ne pa mpega na ni bi anim ahwe on person obeti se competition aba ama Ghana ni oyen century kwa apply so per visa yamfa ma esisi amamai bebre but e come here say Ghana yensua de enai release e buy no Norway for so atwere de ama all the countries na omoma Schengen visas and say they should be cautious when dealing with Ghanaians. Norway what trade de ama all the countries na omoma Schengen visas and say they should be very cautious. So many Ghana na deal part de omoya hwe yi. Omoya hwe yi. Wo feel say ne ye nuanum akwakoye yi. Ani chese the irresponsible act of your leaders e wo krom ha. We say nyon wa, we say nyon wa, we aye blame games. We say minim ho hwe, we say mente ho hwe, we say we na aye, we say we na akwakoye no. Da bend na ye bedu o. Mama me pictures ni me quickly na yenkwede. So this is the press release. Okay. What okay papa we? Into major issues are gone yenya with some of the countries. This particular man, Pius Adam Hazide, no. And this man was the leader. No, she say beko near kwakoye games to Australia. Go for Australia visa racketeering. Ba krom ha and ne Ghana. South Ghana krom ha pa na opese to kwan ko Australia. Bra obebre. Ye de nkofo to kwan party members. Yeah, the party members be mu kwa some ya athletes. Yeah, the be mu hihye some ya nsankyerefo. Ye kodu ho no. Ye be say what is journalism no gina ho? Which media house do you belong? No gina ho. Ye be say all these questions. Obi also ya nsankyereni. And e break you ho say. Yeah, the party members to kwan in the name of say they are part of the people. Omo kwa play official role. E was a competition and as event na ekoso no. Amen ne Ghana. Upa going to every Ghana park Australia is extremely difficult. Papa we. Ne onu kreana National Youth Authority NYA. Onu na ye omupeni o. NYA papa yi na ye omupeni. Omuka so mo ye 10 multi-purpose then to kurum ha. Ye ba ko pe na omotumi commission in Koforidua. Up to now ne aka ni yentumi commission ye. Ye free Australia visa racketeering and find ye the suade ye buy na yasa tam na ma na dwuma oguso oye okrom ha. Let's go back to issues na ye ka ho asem no. For Ghana ha no ase mpedimfo no be si kwan ni na before ye nyina ye ni bete ye benyini aye feel say ya dwum be bia pese etu kwan no. No ma block all the opportunities papa bia wa asase so. I'm telling you. Because of greediness and selfishness and because of say people don't want to accept say me at fault. Blame games in Kwan will be able to. Now, this is the press release by the Ghana Paralympic Committee, no? Dated 21st July 2024 press release. Also, no Ghana Paralympic team has absconded in Oslo, that is Norway. The attention of the National Paralympic Committee of Ghana, that is NPC, has been drawn to a news item and a letter from the Ministry of National Security captioned Ghana Paralympic team absconds upon arrival in Oslo. Now, the NPC Ghana wishes to seize the opportunity to correct this misinformation and misrepresentation, which is making the rounds in the media and at this moment hopes to set the record straight. Number one, the information making the rounds in the media is false and maliciously misleading. Okay, as the said team is not the Ghana Paralympic team and does not represent the same. And here number one. Then number two, I said the NPC Ghana has not made or caused to be made any application to the Norwegian embassy to facilitate any Paralympic team's travel to Norway, let alone sponsored a team to participate in any international competition in that country in recent times or in times past in the history of the NPC Ghana, that is National Paralympic Committee. Now, number three, I said the NPC Ghana was not aware of or had any prior notice of the purported Ghana Paralympic team trip to Norway for an international competition as part of their preparations for the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games. Neither did this office facilitate and endorse the said group's trip and purported competition in Norway. Where three, now number four. The members of the purported Ghana Paralympic team are not athletes and officials identified and known by the NPC. They do not represent the NPC in any capacity, and the said athletes are not potential for this year's Paralympic Games. Let alone, they are traveling to Norway, formed part of our Paralympic team's preparations towards the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games, as the letter saw to portray. Now, number five. The NPC Ghana want to record that between January and July this year, with the support of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, its potential Paralympic athletes from various disciplines were sponsored to compete in a number of qualifiers across Africa and Europe, notably Egypt, Morocco, France, Egypt, and Georgia. All athletes and officials involved in these trips returned to Ghana after their competitions. Number six. The purported Ghana Paralympic team, as captured in the letter and carried out by the media, is impersonation and misrepresentation. Number seven, the matter is already in the domain of the country's security agencies, National Security and Ghana Police, and all those individuals involved and behind this ill-sick will be fished out and brought to face the full rigors of our law. Number eight, the NPC Ghana also blames the Norwegian embassy for failing to exercise due diligence by not cross-checking the authenticity or otherwise of the application before processing, approving, and eventually issuing the visas to the said team to facilitate their entry to Norway and subsequently to other Schengen states. Number nine, we want to assure the public that the NPC Ghana is prepared to assist the security agencies in unraveling the truth. We continue to discharge our mandate of parasports development. Okay, okay, so the long and short of the whole thing, and it's and this is a release National Paralympic Committee, the Ababonte say, in fact, they are not part of the National Paralympic Committee. Either or your athletes or your official, they are not part of and I'm stated categorically clear say now the national security and the Ghana police for investigation because trying to be somebody your friend impersonation. So what do who say me a kaninja, but when you kaninja, me and Centroni me more original, but your friend me kaninja, you become no na ye kaninja inti eno number one. Then number two, there is an issue about who issued the letterhead. Because a letterhead, the official letterhead of the National Paralympic Committee, into letterhead, I could find some baby abase. Why you issue a letterhead from the office of Mr. Samson Dean? Why the issue a letterhead? Why and the issue a letterhead? na eba ne sign a letter ne so no owura Samson Dean ne signature wo so. Yes, videos a wire dey to social media no ose onim ho hwe. Videos a wire to social media no ose ne signature ye forge ye and ye ne signature no. But what happens to the letterhead? There is a letterhead authenticate. Now we shall release now. NPC for no blame Norwegian embassy ni say oman to omobo anye due diligence. Oman yen hwehwemu will come to that. We'll come to that to someone yen hwehwemu. Oman yen due diligence. But to authenticate yes you know there was a letterhead and there was a signature. Na me tie na me kodi bone. Na me de Ignite Media. Me de letterhead ko. Letterhead represented official letterhead of Ignite Media. Na Dr. Randiabi. Ne nsa shase ne signatures shase a. Edeba di biem na nimpa ne hia to authenticate na me de abara. Onye phone call ana. On place call enka ho ana. So in this case, you can't blame the Norwegian embassy na o issue visas no. Untumi blame omo. Baby ye gina say ni say, why na leaking sa letterhead no? Na kwan ben no mo fa so owura Samson Dean ne signature wa de no so. What do you want to say? Because ye ntre kwai mu na nkoba ni say nimpa kuma bi they are now benefiting. On mine na ye nyina ye mine no. Anka ye didi hu kakra kakra ochene bi me ye misika kakra mpese me kwahye Norway na mkodi holidays a enam this particular act say ye bedu baby a we blame we na we blame we na we blame we aye merry go round he say ye nim ye odi bone no so mo tu kwan ne nso a omo nye Paralympic athlete no officials. Mama national security for letter no Westminster national security for letter no ho mo fama me. Sports ministry ni so release ne buy no. Ni na ho mo fa nto so ma me. All this impending funny na the release about bonti. Now where see minim ho hwe. The president for the National Paralympic Committee also onim ho hwe. Fair enough. It might be true so onim ho hwe. Into the question is, why they releasing letter from the office of the NPC? That is National Paralympic Committee. Why they releasing letter now? Onya that letterhead. Why they release it? Now then again, former secretary ma suspended. Former general secretary no or secretary general of the National Paralympic Committee no ma suspended no. E deba did the suspension by. Because the former secretary might have access to all these international competitions. The former secretary might have access to all these international competitions. Baby, I'm free by the chair. Say, at then invitation by your rest, I'm seeing in the car. Say, money interest. Yes, invitation by. And the president of the National Paralympic Committee can say, how many interest until they will not go. And the former secretary, no, are organizing for no way to coin. So, other than first and foremost, invitation by president in the car, so many interest into Bianco. Because a bimunsu feel say a opportunity for them to sell musu be to coin now, almost a kobi. Almost an issue in the city. Owura Samson Dean is fully aware of the competition in Norway. He might not have the fair idea. Omo mukoye no. Te say ni wedi kaka say onim ho hwe omo mukoye ne de onim ho hwe. Nimpa na koye ne de onim ho hwe kwan omo fa so a omo convincing Norway for embassy na wa Ghana ha. Kwan omo fa so a omo church letters receiving emails no mo ye counter emails no mo di nkoma ma acceptance ne ba ye omo di dini yinampo den ekoye ene ho nkwa ne ba yinan de Owura Samson Dean amana clear say onim ho hwe ene de obana clear but the competition the exact competition course so e won Norway no the marathon na e man ko form akoma ko 11 ko ene de Mr. Samson Dean is fully aware of the competition. He is fully aware of the competition, and I'm told, he said, When the opportunity came, the man said, so we are not going because he need interest. Me fan call for na omukoye no ma. Me ma omudi ne kakra Richie. Ode do be skirmishes na mame. The national security for nya fast. First person was muso ne sisi echi. First person Owura Samson Dean. Second person the former general secretary or the secretary general. Go forward. Adena esino say yam fish out enhu omwa. Omudi sa bone na. Ekwakoye say openina me di kan na picture to so no. Owura enam high Pius Hazide. Adena omo ye no. Commonwealth Games in Australia. Yedi team for the party members. Eko rewre mu a eko tija. Ewo Australia and the Ghana ni Australia yentem dem pass up a country to a. About be generational problem. See, about generational problem. Tena Ghana for ye so sa because Australia for no kwa ohu pen ye kra red pen. Woko Australia embassy wono. Omo the red pen am mark Ghana for ye din na to ya mark ya to kra. Ya mark e se suba nye kwan fa so ye wie na ye de to kwan no enye good. Na me ma omo mututu to kwan na omo letters ni bi. Richie Buami kakra. Yeti krom ha. Nkofo etutu to kwan. Mpenimfo tese mpenimfo wo krom ha. Omo nim ne ekoso.